Yo, Zach, you gonna talk? Like, what the fuck is going on here?
What's going on, guys?
Yo, Zach just fucking let the show run without saying anything.
It's running. I just landed, so it was kind of perfect timing then.
Oh yeah, perfect. Wait, where are you? Oh, you're in Florida.
Yeah. Mar,
Oh,
what's
you gonna
up?
go hang out? You're gonna hang out with Mar?
Exactly. Market looks pretty good, though, huh?
Yeah. Well, hold on. Let's do a proper intro, Zach. If neither of the Zachs are gonna do it, Paydex Bill would do it. Guys, welcome to the fucking Breakfast Club. Zach from Subway, you just texted us. Can you not hear you? No, we can't hear you. You're muted. So anyway, yes. Good morning. It's Friday. It's Valentine's Day. Okay. Happy Valentine's Day. And that it's a holiday that's made up by the card companies, but good for them. Good for them. Zach from Subway said he was talking the whole time, but I feel like he's lying, and that's okay. But yeah. So it's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope everyone has a great Valentine's Day. Whether you're single, married, separated, divorced like Mar, we have a great day anyway. You know, just have a great fucking day. It's Friday. We're gonna have a little fun today on the show. I can already feel it. I can feel the fun coming into the room. It's here now. Boom, there it is. And Your Corp's coming on stage. Real quick though, I want to give it to Zach. But Zach, have you seen all the shit Charles has been talking about?
Honestly, not much more after you what you had put out there yesterday, Paige. But what do you got? I mean, is this stuff still related to kind of like Cardano blockchain working within the
No,
government?
no, Zach. He was on Gockstein's show or channel yesterday, whatever it's called, and he said a lot of shit. Actually, I'm gonna post it to the bubble or whatever. But he was saying that between the next, I think it was 60 to 120 days, there's going to be stablecoin legislation finalized. That's the first thing they're working on. He also said that sovereign wealth funds are buying crypto. U.S. is holding crypto. Stablecoin legislation and real world assets will come in. He said $20 trillion from institutions will enter crypto. And I'll pin this to the top so you guys can watch it later or whenever. $20 trillion. Now he didn't give a time frame on that, but $20 trillion into crypto, guys. Where does that put your bags at? Where does it put your Zach? Where does that put your bags at? I know you got $1 billion, but where does that put your bags at? $20 trillion coming into crypto, huge, huge. And he didn't even mention Cardano. He didn't mention any of that shit. He literally just said in the crypto we got $20 trillion coming in. No time frame on that yet. I didn't watch the whole thing because I have a life, but yeah, he was saying a bunch of stuff, and that between what's happening with the stable coins probably getting their legislation first in the U.S. is going to be very bullish for crypto. Very, very bullish for crypto.
That's bullish.
Love it.
Sorry.
There he is.
Yo, I was talking the whole freaking time, and I was asking. I thought Pape was ignoring me. I was asking his opinion on the new rumor about the layer 2 for Apple that might be coming out, stablecoin. So yeah, I was literally talking for 10 minutes. I'm like, why isn't anyone responding? That sucked so bad. But I had it live streamed, so hopefully they can hear me on that. I'll listen to it later. But yeah, no,
I just saw that rumor this morning about the Apple thing. I mean, I don't know where that rumor got started, so I don't know, who's the source, right? But I mean, we'll see. Like, right? We'll see. I mean, the thing about Apple is they got money, right? So if they want to build something, they'll get it built. Who knows how long it'll take, but they'll get it fucking done. It's not like they're gonna run out of funds. Some crypto projects, what happens to them is they run out of funds. Their VC funding just runs out. Apple has unlimited money. And if they don't have the money for it, you know what they have? They can fucking go. They can get collateral for their shares or whatever bullshit these corporations do and get more money if they need it. So them dropping a layer, what was it, layer 2? You said
Yeah,
I
I think
can
it's
see
a stable. Yeah, that's what I read real quickly. But that will be extremely bullish. I know I would be buying up Apple stock, honestly, on top of it. Why not? I mean, they have more money than the US government. It's kind of a no-brainer. And I think they're some of the smartest people, well, were, or if not, still still is. I would invest highly in Apple, and I have been investing in Apple. And that's one of the biggest tech companies, and yes, they've kind of milked it for years, but obviously, I think Steve Jobs probably left some kind of vision for the company. If he was smart enough, I remember back in the day when he was trying to launch the Apple Car, and that was like when the iPod Shuffle came out. So the guy was very smart, and I think they could bring a lot to the space. And I really think he had something to do with Bitcoin, honestly, within it. So, I mean, I remember we talked about this a while ago when the white paper for Bitcoin were hidden on all on all the Macs. So I don't know. I'm excited to have Apple in the space if they do come, basically, and see what they bring to the table.
Love it, love it. Zach, you have any pressing things you have to talk about, Mr. Humphreys? Paging Mr. Humphreys.
Well, right now, going to get a rental car. I'm a little bit in flux, man. A little bit in flux. Waiting on suitcases, rental cars. To be honest, I'm on 3 hours of sleep too. That doesn't help.
It's all that traveling.
Oh, you know what? You know what? I did want to talk about the freaking Trump coin. That thing's not dead. It's up 24% today. I think it could, it could make another big move. I don't know what the catalyst is, but at some point, I think it can make another big move. Most likely, when retail comes back, Trump gives a speech about a strategic Bitcoin reserve and something comes up with it. It's not going to take much for that thing to pump again, at least maybe back to 60, 70. I mean, it's sitting at 20 right now. And it's up quite a bit today.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I mean, I didn't get into it. I thought it was a scam. I still think it's kind of a scam, to be honest. But I never got into it. I saw it early too. I saw it within the first.
Hold on,
30
Paige.
minutes.
Why are you shortchanging yourself, bro? Listen, you don't have to like the man, but that thing's doing over 200 mil volume a day. You go to the LP pool, bro. You're printing. Why would you care what he does? Just go print, brother.
Now you
Yeah,
become Will's exit liquidity.
maybe I'll take your financial advice and do it. I'm gonna do it, Will.
Nobody
Take
becomes
your
exit
financial
liquidity.
advice
Listen,
that you.
bro. I've been
No, no, no,
playing.
no, no, no,
I've been
no. You
playing.
put financial
Yeah.
advice on the space. We're gonna all do it. Everyone in the room, listen to Will. This is financial advice. Thank you.
Well, no, it's not financial advice, but what
No,
you
no, no,
guys
no, no,
do
no.
is
Don't backtrack now, yo.
the fact is, if everybody would go into a Meteora pool, create a one-sided pair, or just add to the or find a consecrated open book order that's verified, you can print within 24 hours because of the ROI returns, right? There's so many things you can do on any one of these tokens. I get it, you can't do a lot of building, but what they've done with their dexes is a Cadillac, bro, compared to everybody else, and everybody else has to play catch up now. And why not print? You print off the dex volume. It's that simple.
You know what? Will DM me in the back channels and let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
You got
DM
it,
me
bro.
right.
I'll teach you. I'll
DM me
teach you
right
young
now.
bucks how to
I
do it.
want to do it live. We're gonna do it live. We're gonna do it fucking live. Real quick before we get to the hands. Also, guys, announcement. We talked about it yesterday. Zach the modest one. We're working on some partnerships in the background. No, I'm gonna be the unmodest one, guys. Algorand partnered. Zach Humphreys plus Crypto Breakfast Club. That's a fucking top 100. That's a top. I don't know the exact number. Top 50. Top 50. Someone don't crucify me on that. Algorand.
Solid. Congrats, guys.
Top 50.
Congrats.
So
you guys deserve it, man.
You are at one of the top shows in this space. This is one of the top. Not the top. It might be the top. I think it's the top, but that's me being biased. But guys, How many people partner with Algorand? How many people can say that right now? Let's get going. Everyone go buy some algo, stack your bags.
For
Zach,
clarification,
I don't know all the
it's
marketing
53.
cues I'm supposed to say yet, so you got to give me that in the back channels. But I'm ready to go. Algorand, we're getting it tattooed on our
Paige, you gotta quit.
It's 43 coin market cap. So
53,
I was right.
53.
Hey, Paige, you gotta quit falling asleep after 5 and bring your asses out when I do my night show.
Bro, you don't realize that I am 6 hours ahead of East Coast time. So whenever your night show is, it's like 3-4 a.m. for me. So you want me to
That's
be up
fine.
at 4 a.m.
You could have stayed up last night. Bro, we had listen to me, bro. We had Litecoin in there last night in my show. We had a bunch of protocols come through. It's partner galore.
Partner up, baby. We're partner. Will, you partner with us.
Oh, Zach's my boy, man. I'll do whatever he wants, man.
Love it. Hold on. Let's get to. But yo, guys, seriously, Algorand, huge news. Zach mentioned it yesterday, but he didn't really mention it properly, so I'm going to mention it. Algorand partnered up. Also, Crypto.com. They've been a partner, with Zach for a while now. But just some light work. That's what they say, in the hood. Nothing serious. Just a little light work. All right, that's all it is. But Mar, what's going on, bro? GM. Just so you guys know, I'm hyped up today for no reason. So just if I'm talking too much, just fucking deal with it. Thank you, Mar. What's up?
Hey, what's up? What's up? Good morning to everyone. Hope everyone is having a great Friday. Don't spend too much money. Don't fall for this fucking Valentine bullshit. If she loves you, she'll keep you. She'll stay with you. Just throwing it out there. Thank
Mar,
God
is
I
that
don't
what
have.
you tell yourself every day?
I don't
I'm
have.
like, bro, that is not financial or relationship advice. Nobody listens to
That
that.
is financial advice. 100%. You don't need to buy shit. Just take her to McDonald's or a nice tropical, one of those mid-range restaurants. Don't spend. Save the money and tell her, baby,
Now
I'm
you
saving the
still want
money.
divorce,
I'm
bro?
saving the money for crypto. So then in the future, I have more money and I could buy you something better. Okay, that's what you say out loud. But
Yeah, that's what you
inside, you're
say
like,
out loud, and then you like
but
last night when
inside,
you
you're
fucking
like,
don't cash out.
I can't wait to be rich to leave your ass and have all these fucking girls surrounding me in a jacuzzi. That's the truth. But other than that,
Yo, Mar, the way the market's going right now, you're going to be surrounded by us in the bathtubs.
I swear, isn't Mars divorced, isn't he?
Yeah,
no,
Mars
no, no, no,
divorced. Ooh,
no,
Bitcoin Barbie, you trying
no.
to find love on our space?
Barbie, I am not divorced. I am separated, but it's cheaper to keep her in a way of not getting divorced. I don't want none of that alimony, none of that shit, because she's never worked all her fucking life. But anyways, we'll get into our personal stuff one day, in another smaller space late at night. But yeah. So, Pete, I want to ask you something. So I can sell my Cardano right now. What did that idiot say of Cardano that he's expecting how much money? What?
He said coming in from institutions for RWAs. I think he did mention Apple also, which actually, now that I'm thinking about it, Zach from Subway, when you talked about the Apple layer 2, I don't know if that's what he was hinting or referring to, but he did mention Apple coming in. But he said $20 trillion coming into
Okay.
crypto market.
You bring that you bring that stupid fuck in this space right now, and I'll tell him that go back and fix his chain. Now I know why his blockchain sucks. There is no $20 trillion coming into.
Mar, hold on.
he needs to calm down and take his Viagra.
Yeah, I know, Mar. Your blood pressure, bro. Your blood pressure. Chill. You're gonna have a heart attack. All right, relax.
Let me breathe. Let me breathe. Let me breathe.
Breathe, baby, breathe.
Breathe.
Come on, breathe. Hold on. Give him a second, guys. Give him a second. Let him cook. But hold on. All right, go ahead, Mar.
All right. Do you understand? And correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Do you understand? And this is the conversation I had with a lady that she's super smart. I think that she just made a mistake with the numbers. She wasn't aware of what she said when I was talking about the the same conversation I had with you guys with the stock, with the Wall Street boys, where they are not coming into crypto because first of all they're interested on DEX and they don't like Ethereum's fees, and then they saw that Solana just goes down and blah blah blah. I said this the other day. What the lady said, the reason the Solana went down last time, okay, which was doing the Trump token, wasn't because of the chain. It was because of a liquidity issue where there was only like she said around $1.5 trillion because Bitcoin is already taking the other $2 trillion. So I didn't comment on anything because I'm like she made a mistake. She does she probably didn't realize what she's saying. Okay, there is no $3 trillion in crypto right now. It doesn't even get to probably $500 billion in liquidity in crypto right now. So for Hopkins to say that there's $20 trillion, is he saying the whole crypto market cap is going to be $20 trillion? Because in the U.S. stock market,
He's saying $20 trillion
okay,
with the
because
top companies. Hold on, Mark. With the top companies and real estate coming into crypto tokenized, you got $20 trillion.
okay, because the
Did
thing
you
is,
just fall out of a car again? What the fuck was that?
the kitchen. I was actually washing dishes for the first time in like 7 years. The thing
Ew.
is,
Shouldn't you be washing
look,
dishes like every day?
no, I pay the bills. But listen, the thing is, just kidding. I do wash dishes every day. But the thing is, pay the stock market. I believe not counting, which is not. It will make a big difference out of, but not counting penny stocks, the pink sheets. The whole stock market is $62 trillion. There's not even 20 trillion in the stock market when it comes to liquidity. So how are you going to tell me there's going to $20 trillion of liquidity is going to come into crypto? Bring that guy in here.
I mean, Mark, he's listen. What is the value of the global real
Not even
estate market?
not even
Well, I'm
40
just
years
asking,
from
Mark.
now.
What is it?
Not
Mark,
even
what is
40
it?
years from I have
But
no
Mark,
idea, but it's not 20
hold on,
trillion.
Mark, listen. The global stock, not stock market, the global real estate market right now, according to Google, correct me if I'm wrong, it says $650 trillion. You think tokenized real estate coming into crypto? I'm not saying right now either, guys. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this year, next year. I'm just saying in general, right? Let's say the next 5 to 10 years. You're telling me right now you can't see 5% of tokenized real estate coming in, or the real estate coming in as tokenized from Ondo Finance and all these other guys? Of course it can. What do you mean?
I could see it. I could see it happening, but I think there's a huge thing right now is that there's so much hype in the space that everyone thinks it's happening right now, this run, and everyone's getting all hyped up about it. I don't think it's happening this run, personally. Unpopular opinion, but I don't think this run is going as far as people think it is because everyone's going institutional money. But
Yeah,
it's not. I don't think it's coming this run. I'm bullish on crypto long term. Don't get me twisted. You know what I mean? I've been in this game for a reason, but like everyone who's hyped up talking about, oh, it's going to be this run, it's going to be this run. Like, even for Apple, even for all these companies, like it takes time to implement this stuff. And if they're waiting for the laws to happen, they haven't really started structuring because they don't know what the laws are going to be. So until those laws come out, the structuring, the true structuring is not going to come in. And that stuff is going to take some time. It's not going to be this run. That's my opinion, unpopular opinion. Crucify me if you want, but whatever.
I mean, I'm not Roman, so I won't crucify you. But listen, I agree. And like I said, I didn't say this year, next year, 5 years, 10 years. Like, zoom out, people. It doesn't have to be right now. Like, it doesn't have to be, unless you're trying to make, $1 billion tomorrow, which probably won't happen unless you got into the right motherfucking broccoli yesterday, which we didn't. That ran to 650 before they rugged it. 650 mil before they rugged it.
But the real estate, listen, the real estate is confusing because real estate, it's around, the last time I checked, it was close to like 54, $55 trillion. But it's the value of the homes. It's not like, homeowners are going to be making money, when their value goes up if they decide to sell a house, and then they're going to end up buying a more expensive one, pay more taxes. The government loves that. But unless there is a program that you could do and it could save you a little bit of taxes, it's actually called a portal or something like that. I forgot. But anyways, but I'm talking about charts. I'm talking about investments. Yes, real estate is kind of like an investment too. But I know that the real estate is like in the 50 or close to 60 trillion. But I don't count that like Nasdaq, like the stocks. You get what I'm saying? Like, of course, man, it's fucking property. It's like, yes, 20, 30 trillion could come and beat and that market be digitized in stable coins or maybe put into Cardano, but then that's gonna be like I get what he's saying now. Like bu- I don't know how that will work. Like put my the home of my value tokenized into a Cardano coin that if it keeps going up, the value of my house even gains more value because it's attached to a token. That I see it, but the money that then that's coming in is the value of homes. People are putting their homes, they're tokenizing their home in a coin like Bitcoin, Cardano, XRP. That okay, but my aim was like physical money. Like I thought, like he was saying, like physical money coming into crypto will be $20 trillion.
I mean,
That's
Mark,
insane.
it's probably a combination though, right? Like
Yeah.
it's going to
Well,
be,
yeah, no,
yeah.
it better be. But
People are going to
like,
buy Ondo. People are going to buy Ondo. And like especially if Ondo becomes this big. I mean, right now Ondo is like positioning itself to be the biggest RWA. As of right now, it could change in the future, but all the partnerships they have, fucking Trump's Liberty Finance or whatever is buying it, BlackRock, they're looking pretty fucking strong compared to other
like,
RWA plays, right?
yeah,
So,
and this
sorry.
tokenizing thing, man, it's a little confusing because it's beyond confusing, to tell you the truth, man. I'm not gonna lie, because why would I tokenize my house that has great value for a coin that if it goes down in value, my house could go down in value with it? It's already gambling a little bit. You get what I'm
Well,
saying?
Mark, listen, tokenizing doesn't mean like necessarily that you have a your house is tied to a coin. Your tokenization. Think about it like the way I look at it, right? And I could be wrong, but the way I look at it is think of it as like an NFT. That's a digital version of your deed. And if you want to sell me your house, or I want to sell you my house, I go to you with the NFT. We meet up with an arbitrator or a fucking escrow service. You give me the cash and coin or whatever, and I just give you the NFT, and now you have the house. No other paperwork, no other bullshit necessary. That's where the tokenization is coming from. Oh, and Mar dropped down.
Bro, thank you for explaining that. Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry I just jumped in like that. Can you guys hear me?
Yo, we can bear your part. You sound like you're
I
far
got you.
away.
I got you. Let me.
Yeah, I think we're rugging a little bit. But yeah, I see Mar. I'm trying to get Mar back up here. But yeah, I mean that's the way I'm looking at it. Like, hey, like you give me. I want to buy your fucking. I want to buy Zach from Subway's. Limited edition Lamborghini, and he has an NFT fucking pink sheet or whatever it's called, pink slip, whatever the fuck it's called, and I want it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna be like, hey, here's X amount of Bitcoin or whatever the fuck you want and give me your Lamborghini. We have a third party review it, a trusted third party, and I think that's one of the biggest things that's going to come in the next 5 to 10 years is escrow services like the one I'm building, by the way, but escrow services and third party mediators and arbitrators because me just going on a blockchain and sending you an NFT and now you own my house is a problem. But me going through a trusted service, like, hey, let's say, Commonwealth of Massachusetts escrow, I just made that bullshit up, but it goes through the state or whatever, and then we can transact faster than, how long it takes to buy a house now? It's not overnight. It should be. If I have to
Pay.
but you got to get inspection, you got to get all that other bullshit.
Do you hear me now or no?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, the way the process is that they're planning it now, and I think is the way it works is like now you could list your house like in as long as the realtor comes, boom boom picture, ta ta ta. The whole thing probably takes 24 to 48 hours while it uploads to the the realtor. Uh, and then of course the closing is like they have it pretty fast now. I think it used to be 45 days, now it's like 30 days, which is slow as fuck anyways. But the way they have it now with crypto is that now the listing takes a little bit longer uh, because they do the whole thing, everything they do while the buyers coming in, they have that all done already. So maybe between taking pictures of the house and listing it might take like 3, 4, 5 days. But then when a buyer comes in, boom, it takes a minute. This is my house. Sign it, boom, done already. Everything is done, inspections. There's things that are going to slow the process down maybe a little bit because Maybe the buyer
I
does
mean,
want an inspection.
Mark, fuck, Mark, Mark, you're like you're delaying a little bit, but right now, let's just fucking do it now. Why wait for a realtor? Why do any of that? I want your house. It's $500,000 or however much it is. You have it as an NFT for the deed. I give you the cash, or we use a third party, right? I mean, unless you really trust the person, but I mean, I wouldn't do that. But you use a third party intermediary. I give them the cash. You give them the fucking deed or whatever as an NFT. They give me that, and then bada boom, bada bing. Forget all the other nonsense, you know.
No. The only thing I see it like slowing down a few days is just inspection. That's it. Because people probably want to bring their own private inspector and check the roof and shit like that. Because if you're investing, especially like millions of dollars, or it's your first house and you're nervous as fuck, you want to make sure everything is working properly in the house.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, the thing is, it's not just real estate. That's just one of the easiest examples. But like with like our trade and shit, with like the Picasso or whatever the other paintings, that's another version of RWAs. I won't buy it off you. We don't have to go to the auction house and do all this other bullshit. You have the NFT, send it to my wallet. I'll send you the cash, or again, a third party, which I suggest personally. In Morocco, that's how you do everything. If you want to sell a house, I give the cash to this one guy. It's not a lawyer, but it's basically the equivalent of a lawyer. I give him the cash. He give him the deed. We swap out, and that's it. And I get the house, you get the cash. I think there's going to be a big business coming forward with RWAs. It has to be. Who the fuck is just going to give up? Who's going to give someone
Yo,
the
Pay,
deed to the house or the fucking
you sound like you're miles
pink sheet
away.
to the thing?
You're sounding like you're miles away. You actually sounding like you're
Do
in
I?
Morocco.
You have an echo. It's that Morocco Wi-Fi.
Oh fuck! Hold on, I'll be back. Zach, bring
Yeah,
me
I
back.
got you. Well, it's does your Corp have his hand up? Oh,
Thank you. Can you guys hear me now?
oh yeah, we can hear
Good
you.
morning, guys. Sorry about earlier. So great conversation today, guys. When it comes to the tokenizing of the properties, paid, you clear that for me 100%. Because when you mentioned that Charles was going to bring that amount of money, well, that not him, but like saying that there was going to be that amount of money coming in into crypto, I was thinking just like Mar, like, what the fuck? How is that even going to be possible? Because that's a lot of money that you're talking about. But then you explained the way you explained it, it cleared out my brain like completely. And then when it comes to tokenizing those house, man, I never thought of that. It would be like that. Also, I thought about it like Mark said, like, why would I want to risk my house, put it in a token that it could go down when I'm already have it secure? So the way that you said it, thank you to clear that out. When it comes to the conversation from before with Bitcoin Barbie, I think is her name, was mentioned that yes, that is true. We probably won't see that big bull run that everybody's freaking thinking of on this cycle. But guys, we already having it, guys. Like Bitcoin new low is 92 to 97. It goes as high as 106. XRP, what is it? 50 cents, 60 cents, and about 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 2 months ago. Now 240, 250. It went up to 310. Guys, we are having this money is coming in, not from retail like how we see this. Everybody like what is it? And corporate, industrial, BlackRock, and all of them. I forgot the word how to say it. My bad. But it's all of them that is bringing this money in. Hey, I'm not complaining about that. Why would I complain about that? They bringing it. Hey, retail, try to bring it too. But if you guys don't, you guys just gonna miss it because we already in it. We already in this bull run. We've been in this bull run, and people just think that it's gonna get bigger. Yeah, but no, we already in it, guys. So take advantage now. Take your profit. Make sure you don't make those mistakes that we always make back then. That it's like, oh yeah, it's gonna go more up later. No, don't do that. If you see 1x, 2x, start taking those. Start taking those because you no longer are gonna be looking at those 10, 20, 30x that we were expecting to get every minute, every hour, every day, every month. Now it's looking at every freaking 5, 6 months we might get something good like that. So, yo, make sure you just always do your due diligence. Come to the Crypto Breakfast Club because this is the number one space There's nobody that could tell me no. And if you want to fight about it, let's go. I don't care. Because here's that you can get the most direct and the most specific alpha and the truth. We don't joke around. We don't chill. We used to do that back then, and now they organize this the best way that it needs to be. And keep on. And congrats on that. I think it was, what is it, the new partnership, Algorand?
Yeah,
Congrats.
Algorand.
I know crypto.com is also one of the big top ones that you guys always been stacked. So always congrats on that. And then last thing I wanted to say, something that I would like to tell new people and people that might just lack on that. And it works sometimes. This is no financial advice, but this is something I was kind of telling one of my boys that sometimes, again, you gotta take a loss for some tokens that you see that is not moving, or not even take a loss, move that money around. For example, look at last night and like 3 days ago too. Bad idea AI. I had that token for quite a bit. I made money when it came out. I had that token still there. I was losing money. Well, I already made profit, but I was losing money of the bank that I already had there, and I want to make more. So what happened? I waited. It pumped 3 days ago. I took some profit. It went down. I think it went down to like two something, and then now it's went back up to like 401 last night. 701. I'm saying 7041, and I took profit again. That money, I moved it to Tether, and I moved some to XRP, and I had that money there for the longest. And I'm happy that I was able to, hey, take a little bit of a loss, but got it back up in XRP, because XRP I put it in last night at 240, and I think it's up to 75, so it's going up. And I know XRP is secure, at least based on everybody information that is going on in the news and all those partnerships, all the banks, the ISO 222, I think it is, so all that stuff. And on my Bitcoin, because of course that's my 401k in crypto, and always whatever extra you have, if you want to put it on coins that you want to just joke around with, be like Matt with your foil hat and do those little trades that you can probably make it humongous. But again, guys, sorry I blah blah blah, but thank you again for listening. Always come back here, share the room, tell everybody about this space, because here you will definitely get the alpha. And don't forget, we are ready in this bull run. Don't try to spec 10, 20x every day. Expect 1x, half an x, 3x, and take that shit out.
Well said. Take your profits. Definitely take your profits. So we got paid back up here. Let's get to Clifford. He's got his hand up. What's up, Clifford?
Yo, what's up, Breakfast Club? Happy Friday. Shout out to everybody. Market's looking good today. Yeah, man, I just want to say to kind of what your corp said, and I just want to take everyone back a little bit. 2017, the total market cap for crypto was around $858 billion total. 2021, that doubled and went to $2.86 trillion. Do you see the way that the cycle is moving? It's doubling market cap each time. All right, so if you just figure that we double last cycle's total market cap of $2.86 trillion, that puts you almost to $6 trillion total market cap if the trend continues for this cycle's top, if that stays the same. All right. So some of the catalysts that we have on the back end of this that we've never experienced before in this industry or this market is the institutional demand that we're seeing for Bitcoin and other assets, and two, the regulatory framework for multiple countries, multiple states within the United States that have not gone through yet. Once that happens, do you think that everyone sitting on the sideline, the Berkshire Hathaways of the world that's sitting on $250 billion right now, are just going to remain on the sideline, or are they going to wait until there's some regulatory clarity before they decide to jump into something? Or are they buying right now? So I'm just going to say, yes, absolutely take your profits, but also don't sell yourself short on something that could possibly be. You got to be responsible both going in and you got to be responsible going out. So, do your homework, follow what you believe, follow what you think is going to be, and trust reliable sources if you think they're trustworthy. And, let the chips fall how they may. But I'm certainly going to wait until there's full regulatory clarity before I say there's any cycle top or before I say anything has even begun. So, and to that, I will say on the RWA side, just there's a lot of different projects getting into RWA right now, existing projects that were not necessarily into RWA. So it's going to be, in my opinion, it's going to be massive, and it could even separate from the overall crypto market in general if you begin to see things like houses, real estate, vehicles, anything you can imagine that could be put on blockchain, computers, NVIDIA chips, NVIDIA itself, anything. So, yeah, we're very early, in my opinion, in this technology. So, and to prove that point, just go back and look at the Bitcoin rainbow chart. Tell me where you see that Bitcoin has ever lost its positive trend, ever. It may take a dip, but look at that chart. And yeah,
Well,
take
I
it
think
easy,
it's
everybody.
important also. I think it's important also to note that real world assets like houses and cars. I mean, let's be honest. The entire NFT market is really the testing ground for this. I mean, NFTs are really not about art, right? Like the technology in the blockchain and the dynamic of having, asset ownership on record is really going to be done through things like NFTs. That's the whole purpose, in my opinion, of NFTs.
Well, Cliff, for one thing, the actually the first platform that was actually built for NFTs, one of the first coder was Reef. I think Reef Collins is his name. Was his name? He actually coded Tether, and he when he built these things for the platform for NFTs was for real world assets, like actually real art, to tokenize real art, event tickets, properties. I mean, the whole 9 yards. And they were too ahead of the time, and then the scammers and of course people took advantage of the JPEGs, especially for taxes and stuff like that. But now he's excited that it's actually happening now, and he calls it
already.
NFT 2.0. That's what he calls it. And with the market cap, real quick, because yeah, the top actually in 2021 was right at 3 trillion, maybe a little less, like 2.9. Some people say that it did hit 3 trillion, the market cap, not the liquidity, guys. But the thing that has me confused, man, is that should we double? Hell yeah, we have to. Yeah, it's more money now. Now it's harder to double. It's harder. It's easier to double from 1 billion to 2 billion. It's easier to double from 100 billion to 200 billion. You know, so it does get harder to do the 2x in crypto. The one thing that I'm looking for numbers and stuff, is two things. So we hit 3 trillion in, let's say we did hit 3 trillion or 2.9, whatever it was, in 2021. Bitcoin was at 69K, okay, with way less coins, like I want to say 80%. Now we got Bitcoin hitting 108K, 100K, 97K, and we're still sitting at 3 trillion or 3.4 trillion at one time. And Bitcoin is at 100K. There's way more coins. So the Bitcoin domination is like beyond. I mean, I even said on a tweet, I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin even gets to 80%. And if you ever see that 80% Bitcoin, it's because right there is signs that the government, the institutions, they want to kill altcoins and they want to stick to Bitcoin and then reset the whole space and basically clean the house. But
The
that
institutions will drive the demand.
right.
The
But last
institutions,
thing, and this is what has me confused as fuck. It's we're sitting at 3.2 trillion right now. I think it is. I haven't seen it in a while. But remember, we also have huge inflation. So I will be disappointed if we don't hit our minimum 6 trillion in the next bull cycle 2 years from now, a year from now, whenever. Remember, I don't like putting dates, but whenever there is one, if there's one, I will be shocked if we don't hit 6 trillion. My aim is how Pate is talking about, the real estate coming in. My aim is 10 trillion market cap, 10 trillion, just to see those coins down there out of the top 1,000 have a massive pump.
if we get 10 trillion, we will have the bull run that everybody wants. I'll just say that.
Yeah, if we hit 6-7 trillion, a lot of people will be disappointed with their 20-30 million dollar market cap, $1 million market cap projects. We got to hit 10 trillion, especially with inflation, how crypto is right now. We got the fucking president. And one last thing, because I gotta get ready to leave my house for to work. Man, Pate, every time me and you argue, I've always given you, or we get into a disagreement, I always sit back and think if I'm wrong or right. But you're wrong with the Trump token, dude. I mean, I've been buying Trump token, not financial advice, at $16. Don't bet, and I've told you this before, goddammit. Don't bet against the billionaire. Don't bet against the guy from Facebook, Amazon. Fucking, you got to be crazy to bet against a billionaire, especially a billionaire.
Yeah,
billionaire. Remember
that
when,
runs the
FTX was run
country.
by a billionaire? Wait, Mar, do you remember when FTX was run by a billionaire? You want to bet with that too?
That guy was a fake billionaire, bro. That guy was no fucking billionaire. He's a fake billionaire. I never even put $1 in FTX. Not that I knew what was going to happen, but nah. But this billionaire runs the country too, man. Don't bet against him. I don't think he's going to rug people. It's crypto, man. Everything goes up. Look how fast that shit went up. Of course, it's got to come back down. I think it has been. I found a new nice floor around $16, $17. I'm up now. I'm actually breaking even because I started buying like at $20 or $20 right now. It went back down to 16. I bought a little bit more. Fuck yeah, I'm putting my money on Trump.
Mar,
Hell yeah, man.
Mar, imagine how many fucking shitcoins there are going to be when the market cap hits 10 trillion. Just think of that. There's going to be so much saturation unless they clean that up. But I mean, just go look at broccoli yesterday. That was a complete shit show. It was hilarious. All that shit launching. I mean, just 10 trillion. There's going to be so many tokens. Not everything's going to moon. So I agree with you. Don't bet against the president. You're foolish. Not financial advice.
Look, I posted, again, I'm not telling you guys to buy. I've been buying. Even people from Pachin are bullish also on Dione. I've been buying Dione under 002. I posted there on the Telegram what they just finished building. These, I don't even understand half of the shit what it is, but it's a physical fucking satellite that connects with the satellite of Elon, whatever the shit is called, and it just looks nice. And they've been around. Listen, Starlink, but they've been around for 3.5 years. This is a project that I invested on 3 years ago during the bear market. And again, I'm not telling you, to do your homework on it. This is a project that could pump during that massive 10 trillion, and if
real quick.
What up, Mar? What up, Pete?
Hold on, Larry. Give me a second. Mark, you're talking about
Okay.
Paul Chain real quick. Paul Chain's wallet, their mobile wallet's about to be completed.
Yeah,
I don't know if
dude.
you saw that. I just
These
posted a
motherfuckers.
bubble. That is huge, guys. It's huge. It's huge.
These fucking people are building, man. They're scaring me, bro. They're building shit so fast, bro. It's scary. I'm not used to this shit in crypto.
Well, because they don't want to deal with you, Mar. That's why they're like, get this shit out, shut Mar up. We're sending it to the moon.
So it's a good
What's
thing
up,
then.
Zach?
That's a great thing.
What's up, Mar? What up, guys? What up, Zach?
What's up, Larry? Hey, Larry, I got a
Calling you
question.
guys to just.
I got a question for
What
you
up?
before we go on some crazy, tangent on.
No, I got some big news.
Yeah, hold on. I want your opinion
Yeah,
real
go
quick.
ahead.
Just a quick cliff note opinion on if you think Apple is going to release a stable coin layer 2. There's some rumors floating around.
They're not releasing on their own, but they're partnering with one of those big four. And I'm not talking about, Bitcoin or Ethereum. I'm talking about, well, Ethereum is going to provide a layer for them. But let's just say that they're going to integrate blockchain. That's exact. I don't know how you must be fucking psychic or something, because you just read my mind. I was going to just tell you about something about that.
I'm Zachtradamus.
Yeah, no, for real, bro. You know how I told you should buy some Sony stock if you're not if you don't have the ability to buy on chain yet? It probably would be a good thing to buy or short some Apple stock soon, because let's just say that, people have been talking about it, but I 100% mark the date today on Valentine's Day that I saw something fucking pretty retarded. I mean, it's great. They're going to work with one of the four, algorithmic tokens, one of the mains. I can't say who. And they're going to integrate a stable function. And yeah, I mean, pretty much what you just asked me about, that it's happening 1,000,000%.
Let's go. I'm excited. I'm going to buy some more Apple
but let me let you guys know something really crazy that I saw. XRP just went up 10%, but it's one thing to see it on the chart, but it's one thing to see one of these big, investment houses. I watched them put in an order on their order book, and then I watched XRP go up 6% in real time. That is fucking crazy. So XRP is probably going to send, because this order book that I saw had more than just that order. I will put it to you that way. I'm in Macau right now. I'm about to head to Hong Kong, but I was privy to a phone call and then a meeting, and I kind of saw it happen. And it's kind of different when you see it happen in front of you. Like, you want to see like real momentum? Sure, whatever. I didn't even pay attention. And I saw an order book get filled, and I saw XRP just take a huge jump today, 10%. Of course, people sold off and it's at 6 or 7% now. Bitcoin, you guys talked about it earlier, Mark. I mean, if you have the liquidity to buy some Bitcoin, you probably should, because that 106 or 108 is probably not far away again. 109, it's going to happen again, and it's coming. That we have one more week on the news that Ondo is going to release, and you're just going to see a cascading effect. You're going to see that. You're going to see news on Apple. You're going to see more news on Sony. You're going to see some more game market news come out that's going to impact the market tremendously. And but like I said, man, all of these, I think one of the biggest things you're going to see is, again, Ondo, and we talk about another exchange, and I always talk about this, hybrid the hybrid asset, a real world or traditional financial asset or instrument on the vehicle of a DeFi asset. And that's what Ondo's building. Not just the tokenization. That's just one part of it, right? Of real world assets. It's actually the vehicle for the integration. That's the biggest part. And so I have a meeting with Link on the 18th, or no, the 17th. I have a meeting with Link, two meetings. I'm meeting with Binance. And on the 18th, I'm going to be doing a keynote talk at the Carey Center. And then I have like I have 2 RWA and 2 DPIN powerhouse talks, and then I have the 3 keynotes for mining and RWAs in stable token. So in between that time, I have like meetings with New Tribe Capital, and of course with Andy Liang, and I already mentioned Binance and Link, but A16Z as well, and then probably a couple meetings with like Baidu and the Weixing team for their AI for the R2 and the other 2 new AI toolboxes that you remember I said it here first. It's going to get politicized, and then they're going to remove your ability to access DeepSeek. I said that here early, and that's happened. And we might have glimpses of these other, toolboxes for a week or two, and then they're going to be put on a censure list as well. So, but yeah, Ondo, I already told you. Link, I already told you to load up, and then of course XRP and Bitcoin. Those order books I saw were just
Larry,
ridiculous, bro.
real
Yeah,
quick,
Mark.
real quick, Larry. You know, when I spoke to my boy from Wall Street, you know what Wall Street is
Yeah.
is having and just they're going nuts with, bro. That they're pushing this shit. And I just saw news right now come out of it, but a coincidence. They're in love with staking, bro. They're dying for people to stake.
Yeah, liquid staking.
Yeah, they're dying for people to stake their fucking stocks for 10 years where they can't sell it. They have them in jail,
Well,
probably getting 0.00001 fucking percent yearly. Not like crypto, not like true
Yep.
crypto. You know, they're in love with fucking staking. For them,
the
he
liquid.
told me, yeah,
It's funny.
he told me this is the greatest.
That's why
thing
they're
ever.
buying up.
Right.
That's why they're buying up all these assets right now. That's why they're buying up all the XRP, because they're going to have perpetual pools. We talk about liquid staking, but also there's a new type of mining coming out called merge mining, and that's I'm accepting a C-level or O-level position for the world's second or third largest mining company at this event. So there will be the announcement to the world that I'm finally going to take the O-level position there. And what I'm telling you though is that's what's one part is the liquid staking, which also has input on merge mining, and the company that you'll see. I mean, you're gonna see it in a couple press releases, and you're gonna see it on B-roll footage on TV. I will be on Hong Kong TV with Andy Liang for the Meme Fest and for the Meme Fest AI talk on the first day of consensus, but. Beyond that, though, what you're talking about, Mars, is huge. That's why all of these, the big financial companies are buying up all of these assets, because liquid staking is really good. And the big announcement, I just gonna fucking say it. I don't care. You better buy gold, because they're fractionalizing gold right now. Like I've always talked to you guys at HSBC. I was a consultant on HSBC's gold token project, and HSBC, Ondo, which is BlackRock basically as a proxy, they've been silently buying up huge amounts of gold to tokenize and fractionalize. So, there's been talk about a gold-backed token for the longest time. People have tried, but you're going to see RLUSD, USDT, USDC, and Ondo's. They're going to have a new algorithmic token, and Hadron's USDT's zero-layer token be a fractionalized pathway for the gold. That's the one of the big announcements is coming out next week. It's people have been trying to fractionalize metal on like futures, like so during the silver push, the silver rush in the late 90s, you saw people make paper silver futures, but the problem with that was there's already more mined silver on the surface in circulation, but with gold it's different, right? And that's why gold price is shooting up right now, because they've been doing a controlled drawdown and buying of the gold. So they've made. You want to talk? You think DeFi market is manipulated? You should see how gold has been manipulated for large tranche purchases, and some of the strategies for big buyers for Bitcoin are using. They're using the same strategy for gold right now, but the side effect of that is that the rest of the porous or semi-precious or precious metals are going up in price right now too. So palladium and platinum are going to be fractionalized because they're very important in the chip manufacturing process. And they have, it's just a crazy drawn out, like you want to talk about playing chess. It's really playing chess, and they're going to get more dollar value on a fractionalized token. It's not even per gram weight anymore. It's not, the gold is going to be fractionalized to even a smaller fragment than that, and the value is going to be higher. So I'm not telling people to go run out to the store and buy a bunch of gold if you can, or hold your bullion. It's not convenient, but they really are making the big push to fractionalize gold ownership at the Satoshi level almost. So I saw that today on the order book, and it just blew my mind, because when you look at an order book in crypto, you just think it's just going to be the traditional 8 commodities or whatever. But then I saw, of course, buy order for gold, buy order for palladium and platinum, buy orders, and it's from one of the big 4. So I can't say who, but it was just mind blowing. They just wanted to flex, and they showed me, like, you want to see XRP go up 6 or to 10% in 2 minutes. I was like, well, what are you talking about? And then they pushed the order. Man, blew my mind. But it's going to get crazier. So I mean, just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Like, I thought I had the power of Grayskull and giving you alpha, but actually effectuating on the chart in real time, that blew my mind, bro. So man, some people have way too much money, bro.
Hey Larry, I wanted to ask you about Link. With interesting, you're meeting with them before Consensus, because I wanted to ask you about them. They've been loud but also quiet at the same time. So
no, bro.
Interesting.
Let me give you the thing with Link. So they all have deals with each other, so they have their own corners. Link has a retail, right? So think about, there's different financial instruments for fractionalization. Some are going to have service paid, ROI on service, and that's what Link is providing. Link is providing retail pathways and retail settlement pathways through DeFi, through blockchain. So think like I don't know, like Alibaba, but for the West. Like we talk about Alipay in China. Link is eventually going to have a utility like that, and they're going to have the financial instruments and pathways. So you think about, you go to, your Safeway or Kroger's, or people have tried that. Even Walmart had a pilot program that I was a consultant for a little while, but it just didn't fail. It wasn't feasible at the time. Technology hadn't caught up enough. But now we have even we have micro caps like Podchain that are doing it organically on their own. But of course, Chainlink's been kind of the first with their randomizer, and then all of these other utilities. And so, and Chainlink is with their CSIP is integrating all of these other token protocols, that have swaps and that have DEXs, etc. And that's actually really smart, because when you use CSIP, you have to give Chainlink access to your market or to your holder count, right? And they're doing that at a bigger level on retail. So that's really going to be the big news that Chainlink's going to release, is they're integrating a commercial version of CSIP for cross tokenization of traditional retail retail pathways, as well as internet and like mail to order. So I mean, can you imagine having an Amazon of DeFi for just, and how many people are signing on? You're going to see all these announcements when all of these vendors and these suppliers start hopping on Chainlink, because Chainlink already has an MVP that works. It's not in concept. It's not in a closed loop beta. There's a lot of businesses that are already using it. So that's I hope that helped, Clifford, because that's really the alpha on Chainlink, without giving away who the vendors are, etc. I can't talk about that, but yeah, I'd load up on Link. Yeah, if you can, no financial advice or anything.
No, yeah, and I appreciate it too, Larry. Yeah, I've been trying to follow them pretty closely, and to your point about gold going up, this whole time gold's been going up, I've been buying platinum. So I'm doing the opposite.
Well, yeah.
So
platinum is cheaper, but like the thing about platinum, palladium, and rhodium, those metals are essential for both battery and chip production. And in the next year, we should see chip production demand go up 1,000% and price shoot up 600%, even with these reduced costs for these super processors and video cards. But you're going to see an artificial price hike and it's timed perfectly because inflation is at 3%. Precious metals continue to go up, so they're going to have a cost to use average, right? And it's going to affect crypto because crypto again is one of the main liquidity vehicles that's actually driving semiconductor and AI development. So thus, you have a third and fourth tertiary, income stream for both chip aggregation and the production, the precious metals that are required for chip and battery production.
Exactly. They all work hand in hand. It's going to drive demand for each. So it's beautiful. It's perfect.
Matt, what's
Hey, all right.
Jeffrey,
I got
it's
like a yes or no
storm.
question for you, Larry.
Okay.
The only reason I say that is because I'm trying to dumb this down to like a first grade crypto level. Supply,
Okay.
demand, this, that, whatever. Basically everything you said, I picked up about 1% of it. But I think I know where you're coming from because my brain functions way different than everybody else's brain. Is this like what you just described, what you and your corp were just talking about? Is this basically like crypto, the blockchain, right? Crypto is the blockchain. ISO is the blockchain coins for real world adoption, correct? So is this kind of like with gold certificates and tokenizing gold and everything else? It basically tokenizing everything on earth, real estate, cars, titles, you name it. Okay. Is this basically what you're saying is like get into the right coin, i.e. Ondo, Chainlink, HBAR, XRP, get in. We're also talking about tokenizing money, right? Tokenizing cash transactions. So is this basically, you basically said, get into the right coin, find your conviction, get into the right coin, because getting into that coin is like owning the new avenue for all future transactions to travel down, and you will forever be in the green.
Let's look at it this way. I'll just make it really simple. If you were the one issuing the silver certificates when silver certificates were valid or stocks were valid, you already have a monopoly on the market, right? So, just having the one provider or the one tertiary provider that gives you access to the most. So I'll give you an example. If you buy XRP or you hold XRP, you hold a part of Float Bank, which Matasco was kind enough to mention here. And you own Float Bank, then you own USDT, you own Tether. So, and then you own XRP, you have all the banking, and then you have all of the financial on-ramping, off-ramping, and the settlement rails. So,
okay, Larry, so real quick on that. I have said in other spaces before, I don't know if I ever mentioned it here, but because I've done a lot of research on Hedera, HBAR, and also Boston Dynamics, which is like one of my favorite companies on earth, but it's not public. However, Boston Dynamics uses the NVIDIA chips, and Hyundai owns Boston Dynamics. So in essence, by owning Hedera or HBAR, you got a piece of all those companies: NVIDIA, Boston Dynamics, and Hyundai. Does that make sense?
Well, let me give you a better way to consolidate that. Even if you own XRP, you're going to be owning Hedera and HBAR, because XRP and Hedera have the partnership that people haven't mentioned again that much because there's other stuff going on, but that's really a huge impact. But I'll give you a hint. XRP is going to be the scarcer commodity between the Hedera and XRP. So with Hedera and HBAR being the fast liquidity vehicle for XRP, because XRP doesn't have an infinite supply. It's just not it's more finite. It's been around longer as well. So I would say that XRP is like the blanket. It's good to diversify though, like if you can, any one of them are a good choice, but especially Ondo and XRP, because when you have Ondo and XRP, then you have 80% of everything we just talked about. and USDT. Yeah, carry USDT. USDC is going to be increasingly squeezed out because the banks have already chose, by the way. And you can see that in the volume every day on USDT and Tether. So I don't care that they have an audit every month from Deloitte.
I think, Larry, I think you literally just blew the minds off everybody in this space. I know you did on me. So, I mean, kudos, man. Whatever, like all that stuff right there, what you just said. So I don't own any XRP at the moment. I own a lot of Hedera.
Better.
But I'm thinking,
XRP,
because of what you explained,
XRP,
the way you just explained it, yes, I think I will start picking up some XRP here.
XRP, you remember today, 5 to 6 hours ago, XRP was around 222 to 235, 240 at its peak. It's almost 270 now. And that's just in a couple hours. If we treat this like a traditional stock, I mean, that's not significant, but I mean it is significant when you compare HBAR and XRP and Ondo for what they are. But that's 50 cents on no, that's actually more. That's 60 cents on the dollar. You know what I mean? If you take out short liquidity average versus peak peak liquidity and volume, that's 60 cents on the dollar, man. I'd take that all day, but the point is I saw it happen in front of me from these individuals. That was it blew my mind, bro. Matt, you say I blew everyone's mind here. I had my mind blown today that a single group of people can say, okay, you want to see something cool, Larry? I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Boom. I mean, that's trillions of fucking dollars, man. I just my mind was blown, man. It just makes you feel like I don't think I'm a big thing at all. I think I'm like a little speck in the ocean, right? But you really feel like a speck in the ocean when just a small group of people, just unassuming, can change the trajectory of the market. I mean, that's a huge impact, based on the amount of liquidity. I want you to examine the XRP chart, and you'll see it just was like an hour or two spike, and it's continued to bring in volume. So, and on Binance too, man. Binance probably has some other big things. That broccoli thing didn't go so well, but people forgot that they did have another meme that they launched on the first day of Binance's like relaunch campaign that hit 700. It hit 700x. I was blown away by that. Who knew that there was that much volume left on Binance for the meme chains, or meme trading? But it's there, man. It just goes around where it needs to go. Memes are not dead either, man. Brett yesterday, like I think I mentioned here, Brett hit what 30% increase in a 3-hour period. And I didn't no one's been talking about Brett. There was no catalyst for Brett. So you just have to sit there and watch, and play the lottery, I guess, because you might see Pepe, you might see, Lofi, any of them. If you hit a 30% spike, that's on average a 3 to 10x depending on what token, right? So there's that much liquidity, even with all of these, massive one-way liquidity drains based on one of the foundationals. But there's still that means $1 billion here, $1 billion there. Who has $1 billion? I don't. But I'm just saying it's crazy to see billions of dollars go across, or in this case, like $1 trillion by the time it's ending and done, on an order book. Just and you just don't know. This is crazy. But yeah, you guys, I'm gonna get some rest because I got a busy day tomorrow, and I just wanted to tap in with you guys and kind of give you some a little bit of alpha. I don't know, Zach, are you in Lake Tahoe right now? Did Zach even speak? Zach in
Zach in Florida, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, Zach, if you can hear me, what's up, bro? I'll drop some more dimes from Consensus. Got a busy schedule, man. If you guys are out there, let me know. And we'll be at the Renaissance and at the Carey Center. And Actually, a
Larry,
couple more big.
I need a 3x Larry on Ondo right now. So make that happen. Thank you.
I wish I could.
I
Man.
fucking full shipped Ondo, bro. All right, make it happen. Thank you.
Well, I mean, if you, it's going to happen. This is going to be better than a 3x probably because, man, the news is coming. Clifford even gave you the date, and it's not just one announcement. It's going to be March 10th to probably the end of the month, bro. Just you know, have some chai, have some shisha in your tea in Morocco, and chill out, bro. It's gonna happen. I'm no financial
Brother,
advisor, by the way.
you know, this is not necessarily a family friendly space, but I don't talk about substances in the space really
No,
often.
shisha,
Just know in Morocco,
tobacco.
just know. No, I'm talking about the real shit. Just know
Oh,
Morocco, it's everywhere. Thank you.
I was saying,
Are you talking
talking
about
about
like
you having tea and hookah, man. Not, you know, they call it shisha.
No. Here they have
it's
tea
the
and something else,
it's
Larry. Just letting you
it's
know.
called
Well, enjoy your chai and your tea, anyways, though, and I'm gonna enjoy some sleep. And I've been flying all day, and man, it's just been and had a few meetings and stuff. But yep, you guys enjoy
Larry,
your time. Yeah, what's up?
should I dump my Superverse bags in the short term for Ondo? Not financial advice.
You know, if you can DCA from somewhere, I'm not telling you what to do, man, but I wouldn't get rid of your Superverse because Superverse has big news coming out media wise too, but it's not going to be as impactful as Ondo. Ondo is, you're talking about the world's economy in the U.S.'s major entry into hybrid assets. You'll see a big paper that's going to get published in a major publication from me on hybrid assets, because we can't call them just digital assets anymore. Digital, you know, DeFi is just the vehicle for traditional financial assets. You know, it's its own class of financial instrument. This is what we're entering into now. So, and yeah, I hope that you know, you guys make some money. And what's nice is it's enough, you know, high ceiling liquidity that you don't have to use your fellow holder as like exit liquidity. I think it's the dream. You know, are the gains going to be as high? No, but at least everyone can try to, you know, put a few dollars in their pocket and live better. Especially since, you know, we're in the age of $5 to $6 Snickers candy bars. You know, $16 for a dozen eggs. That's just, I don't get it, bro. $5 for you know, a pint of water. Come on, this
Five
has
dollars
to
for
end.
water, dude. That's so crazy.
Or
So
I mean, when I
Where
was
do
in
you
when I
guys
was in
live
England,
that
it was
it's
five.
those prices are
$16?
crazy,
Bro.
Wait. Where is it $16 for eggs? In Mexico, it's like $3 for a dozen eggs.
Well, you know, in Mexico, they don't. That's one thing. They can say what they want to say about Mexico, but one thing is very, very certain. They don't add all the extra tax or the inflation on food because they know people need to eat, regardless of where they're from. You know, that's the thing. If taxes actually went to where they're supposed to go in the States, we wouldn't have this issue either. You know, even if it was just a fraction, the truth remains. If 5% of taxes actually went to where they're supposed to be, the U.S. would be in a golden age still. You know, I'll give you an example. China, they don't have the highest taxes, but at least they use 30 or 40% of said taxes because there's no perfect agrarian society that doesn't exist, right? But when 30 or 40%, you know, goes into real infrastructure, you see things like the high-speed rail that's built in China. It's the best high-speed rail in the world, and it took 10 years total. It would have took the U.S. with you know, all the bureaucratic red tape, taxes, you know, all the different lobbies that need to get paid. And I support unions, but of course, you know, the unions have their, you know, their lobbies as well that they have to pay. Their super PACs. You would have in local state tax. It would have took 60 to 100 years by estimate, you know, and trillions of dollars. So yeah, shout out Mexico for making food, you know, affordable. You know,
And
it's really funny.
I live in Mexico City. There's like 20 million people here, and it's not that expensive. I will go and say though, like I can go buy a beer less than I can buy a water for sure. That is a thing.
For sure.
But
Well, you know,
like
like let
food
me
and
give you an
stuff is not that
example.
expensive.
When I was in LA, I wanted tacos, you know, birria tacos, right?
The
And
best.
a birria taco, yeah, plate cost me like what, $22 with a lime Doritos and some nachos, or I mean just some
yeah.
tortillas, right? And then when I went to Tijuana before, that shit cost me $6.50 straight up if you did peso. And that was an expensive place. They're like, oh, you're going to a tourist place. I was like, I'm just hungry. I don't care. It's a birria tacos, right? Some
I
carne
can
asada.
literally
It cost
walk
me.
out my door. Exactly. I can walk out my condo door and there's like 10 different little taco stands right outside and I can get them for like mad cheap. Like birria, all
Yo,
of like
Bitcoin Barbie. It sounds like, listen, Bitcoin Barbie. Hold on, Bitcoin Barbie. It sounds like you're bragging. It sounds like on Valentine's Day you came on stage to brag about Mexico and the Mexican culture.
Hey, you know what?
Listen, how about this? The offer is open for everyone. Come down and visit me in Mexico City. But you still gotta get your own place. I'm gonna follow that.
No, but you know what? Shout out Hong Kong and Guangdong for having good Mexican food in China. Actually, you know, they do, and they have real Mexican chefs. One is from Oaxaca.
Larry, stop it. No one's flying to China to eat Mexican food. Stop it.
No, actually, it's really good, man. It's and it got an honorable mention on the Michelin Guide. There is a Mexican restaurant, and the next door they have a little Latin town. And the next door they have a yerba mate place. They have a yerba mate tea and coffee house. World class. Like I said, one of the chefs from Oaxaca, the other one's from Tijuana. You know, actually Jalisco, but he says I'm from Tijuana. But whatever, it's good. I like the food.
All right.
there,
So in conclusion, if everyone full ports Ando, we can all go to Mexico and Hong Kong. Is that what you're telling me, Larry? By next year, we can all, if we all get into Ando today, not financial advice, we can all go to Hong Kong and Mexico next year. Is that what you're saying?
Bro, I will tell you like this: you buy Ondo or you buy XRP, you're buying Bitcoin, you're buying USDT, you're buying all those stocks that were mentioned, and you're buying all the banks. That's,
how about this?
You can call it how you want.
If you don't buy anything, you can still afford to live in Mexico.
I say buy butthole coin.
Oh no, the butthole coin. Is that math?
Come on, I have to bring it back to some DJ plays because that's what I am. But yeah, no, I agree with you, Larry. I agree with you, Larry. Fuck
Safe
taxes.
travels.
When they're printing money, there's no need for taxes, and that's why we have Elon in there draining the swamp.
Bro, they need to slow down a little bit. I totally agree with what's happening though, but man, as a former federal employee, it affects some people. It scares some people. They might be draining the swamp a little too fast. I totally agree with the full draining, but
I agree. I mean, my wife still hasn't got her 2023 tax return. I mean, what are they doing?
Well, shout out to the people that work at the U.S. consulate and that do the NIV and do the visas and stuff and the passports. They need to not do that because there's already like a 3 to 6 month wait at most of the embassies and consulates overseas. And for people like myself that live abroad, that's a bitch, bro. If an emergency happens, and it's not even just that, it's just, for security and continuity for people that live abroad, U.S. citizens that live abroad. So please slow your roll because there's lots of good people that work at the U.S. consulate, the U.S. missions. We need that. I mean, I know Elon's listening, so from your Kekicus Maximus account, where I get to talk to you sometimes. No, I'm not bullshitting you. He does talk to people on his proxy accounts, and he has his Kekicus Maximus account. And if you're listening, Elon, please don't rug the U.S. consulate and the good foreign service employees that work there as well. They do a vital mission, and just saying.
I love Elon. He's the biggest troll on X. He's so funny.
Yeah, fuck DEI for sure, but don't fuck the U.S. consulate and the embassy and stuff. We need that. So, and their foreign service employees, the native employees for the countries that they're employed in, that are working for Uncle Sam, they play a vital part. So there was the big talk about them cutting back and putting people on furloughs and sending lots of people away. But if you look at, for example, in China, there is an average 3 to 6 month wait. So I'm using this as a platform to say, like, don't get rid of those people, man. They do a good job and they help citizens abroad. So All right, guys. With that, I'm out. I gotta get some rest and then.
Safe
And
travels.
yeah,
Gary. Safe travels, bro.
yeah. Extreme Car Care, I will hit you up in DM. Matasco, I'll hit you up in DM as well. I got something to talk to you about. And you guys be easy. Shout out Ryan, Doctor Strange, Storm.
Hey,
Lixus,
Larry, you know
Joby.
we partnered with Algorand.
I know. That's a
super
big deal,
epic.
man.
I'm excited. That's a huge deal. Top 45
And
crypto.
crypto.com.
I know. This super. We're
Man, you
building
got
something great. And this is the place for knowledge. So everyone share the space out. Bring as many people in here as you can. So and you get great knowledge from Larry. I know Larry has a space on Saturdays. I can never make it because I'm at a hockey game, but it's not because I don't want to be there. I do like learning from you. It's just my kids
no,
like
man. It's
space better.
I just had to have that Saturday morning space because there's more stuff to unpack, but it's like there's an umbilical cord here from Crypto Breakfast Club. It's not like we're not covering the same stuff. People just want me to unpack more stuff on Saturdays. Zach's like, what are you trying to do? Have your own space? No, not really. It's just unpacking. Like, I don't have any sponsors. I only have, the community here. It's all friends and family, basically, But, I get my 9 to 5 paid by DeFi. So, like, for me, it's just like doing my community outreach, and like if someone can like impart a little bit to give us a fighting chance or to like level the playing field a little bit, that's what we all try to do here. Everyone tries to do that here. We got smart people here, much smarter than most people I know. Definitely smarter than me. This is just a great sharing clearinghouse for the proliferation. I mean, and we're doing it the right way. We have to do this responsibly so that the impressions on all the new people that are entering into DeFi, the impression it won't be like when we entered, back in the day, and experienced like serial rugging or all the negativity and now this is mainstream, man. And that's the big thing too now. Yeah, I'm not going to share that about Linkly. I'll share that. What I will say is one of the biggest new ROI or profit generators in the space is going to be how Web 2 and Web 1 wants to use Web 3 to aggregate brand awareness and profit. That's going to be one of the biggest profit sectors. And it's from the pool of Web 3 for people to, isn't that funny that Web 2 and Web 1 want to use Web 3 to bring back potential customers and clients at the retail level, for everything. It's funny that Web 3 has that much pull, but it's like a beacon, it's like a magnet. So yeah, guys, shout out Mar. Yeah, Mar, what'd you talk
So,
about? You
Larry,
brought up liquid staking. Hey, what's up,
And
brother?
Larry,
Yeah, that liquid staking is what was that? I'm sorry. Yeah.
I was gonna say just before you leave, just remember you are the utility. Get some Nova. Shameless plug.
Hey, Zach, check this out, man. You made me buy. You peer pressured me to buy Nova. That's the only meme anything I ever bought like that, bro. No, I was on their space, and Zach's like, "Why don't you buy a bag?" And I was like, "Well, I never really buy anything." And then I bought a bag, and people saw in real time I bought a bag there. And to be fair, I gave my Nova to my brother and to a couple of friends, as a gift over that time. So it was right around the holiday time. So.
We need to have a space on how much I hate devs, and I'll explain why.
Hey,
Oh,
guys,
I know. Yeah, bro.
I'm mad.
Your dev rugged you.
Dude,
It happens,
he literally took it for hostage. 3 months of building, and that's not the first time. Different dev though. But yeah, this space is crazy. But we're gonna keep pushing.
Did you get rugged?
I didn't get rugged, but he stole my idea in the whole product, literally. And there's nothing I can do because he has the source code.
There is something you can do.
There was a post yesterday of a coin. I think it was a broccoli that went from 8 billion. Of course, it had like no liquidity, but it went from 8 billion to 1 billion in one clip. You all see that?
Yeah, that was CZ's dog coin.
Yeah.
His German Shepherd's named Broccoli.
Larry, where are you taking your girl tonight?
McDonald's.
Man, I'm working, bro. I'm working.
I
There's
haven't.
none of that. I'm working, bro.
I wasn't in a space. Just make sure, guys, especially if you're in the U.S., you're gonna take your lady out. Make sure you get a reservation, because the restaurants are gonna be packed, especially being a Friday. I just got reservations to take my lady to IHOP. So just what?
No, you know what, Mar?
Yo,
Valentine's
nothing
Day.
wrong with my. There's nothing wrong with
Hey, Mar.
I'm probably gonna be the only white guy in there, but or half white.
No, Mar. Valentine's Day, Mar. Valentine's Day is the day my mom died, so it's not a big celebration holiday for me.
Oh man, we got
It's
my
my mom's death anniversary, so I don't really get down on Valentine's Day, bro.
my father.
And the thing is, like,
my father
what?
passed away on
I'm sorry.
Father's Day. So if you think you have it bad, it's
Oh,
yeah.
man,
So
bro.
feel a little bit much
Man,
better. But
bro,
man, so-
my mom was an amazing woman, man, and shout out to my mom on Valentine's Day. It's
I actually
yeah,
spent
she
more
died when I was
Valentine's.
15.
As an adult, I spent more Valentine's with my mom than with any of my girls.
Wait, how
You're
many
lucky,
girls do you
bro.
have?
Just no. During the history of me dating and stuff, I've never been a dating guy. I don't like dating. I like to go straight to that. Hey, listen, you like me, I like you. Okay, that's it. It's done deal. Let's do what we do. But this dating thing of sitting at a table, making sure there's no food stuck in your teeth because you're shy about it. Fuck that. I'm not. I'm
Mark's so romantic.
Yeah. I'm
Man,
romantic.
Mar just said he made his reservation at IHOP. I hope you can get a double stack for me, bro.
I mean, I
That'd be great.
tried at Denny's, but they're all full, so I went fuck IHOP. Same shit.
Oh, Grand Slam platter, man. Hey,
Yeah,
you guys take that shit for granted, man. I miss that. If I could have a Waffle House here in China, I'd be happy. Waffle House, IHOP,
You know what?
Denny's, Sherry's, all of them.
Maybe we went out for dinner the other day. We don't go out that much. I took her to Taco Bell, one of the best taco places in the world. I mean, you can't fucking, and hey, listen, it's all about the time, the good time.
Mar, that $10 taco and burrito pack was a lifesaver, bro. Man, if you had a few, really, man, the bean burritos and the crunchy tacos, man, that's a lifesaver. It was $10. Now it's like $15.
I could go back. The taco was expensive as fuck, by the way, compared to back in the days. Remember the $1 Whoppers, man? Come on, bro, you can't beat that, bro.
Oh yeah.
That was a lifesaver right there, man.
You remember when the extra value meals were actually $2.99?
$2.99, bro.
Listen,
bro.
You know the whole world is whack when I get out of hockey practice and I take my kids to Wendy's, to get them going. It's like $60.
Yeah,
so
bro.
I'm what the hell? No wonder there's no money in crypto. Everyone's freaking broke.
That is
no,
why.
Man, exactly.
That is
no
why.
when Lambo.
When Durban.
When did a Whopper Jr. become $2.49, bro? A Whopper Jr. was 99 cents. When did it become $2.49? And almost like I blinked and saw a Whopper Jr. become $2.49.
Dude, a Whopper Jr. was like 99 cents for like 20 fucking years. All of a sudden now.
You remember
you guys all sound old as fuck. You all sound old.
We are old as fuck, man. You remember when
I could get a sandwich for a nickel? Shut the fuck up.
You remember when you get that? Hey, Mar, you remember you used to get the mailers, the coupons in the mail?
Oh,
where you can get buy one, get one, like for certain days, bro. Like you bought.
Yeah.
Man, I was all over that. That was a lifeline.
And actually, Taco Bell is the most expensive one now, which it used to be the cheapest one. Now it's the most expensive one. Like you get a fucking taco with chicken, and you're paying like $6-7.
Back in my day, when I used to get a sandwich at McDonald's, it was 10 cents and it came with a Coke. Like, what the fuck, dude? Talk about crypto.
We are.
That is what we're talking
about.
That's
the problem that we don't have retail. Because young kids got to go to Burger King and spend like $12 on a Big Mac with soda and water.
Hey,
it sucks.
You want to talk about crypto and you want to talk about a correlation to crypto and some of the biggest crooks in the space. You only need to look at Starbucks. Starbucks gives you, that membership where you load up, right? And we're going to give you, $60 worth of food for $30 or coffee. But what you don't know is they're paying pennies on the dollars for that. And they are actually investing that money back. So you want to talk about the biggest crowdfund rug token. Starbucks was a prime example. I can't hate them for their business model or their logic. but it is one of the highest grossing passive crowdfunding aggregators. They have a VC from that. That is Starbucks investment VC is from when you load those cards up. So I mean, I don't buy Starbucks because of that, but not just because of that, but many things. But
Yo, Postman just
their
messaged
coffee's not
me.
good.
Postman just messaged me in the back channel. He said back in his day, a burger was 50 cents. So that's how old Postman is.
Amazing.
What a freaking liar, dude. Postman is back in the days when there was only one McDonald's and it was in California and then there were like 10 cents a burger. Why is he bullshitting? That was like 80 years ago, 60 years ago. Postman is probably like, what, 85 now, 82? So when he was like 12 years old, he was eating burgers for like 10, 12 cents. When there was only
Hey,
one McDonald's, he needed to drive all the way to fucking
Mar,
California.
Oh shit,
Mar,
here he
you
comes.
know what? Hey, Mar, you know what's crazy is,
No,
In-N-Out used to be cheaper than Shake Shack or Five Guys and Wendy's, right? And Wendy's were cheaper, but now Wendy's and In-N-Out is almost equal to the price of like Shake Shack and Five Guys.
Larry, nobody knows about the In-N-Out urge. Only people that were ever in California would know about that restaurant.
Hey, really
Well,
quick.
but I'm just using it as an example. The price is so high.
Yeah, but no. Back in 1970, you could get a cheeseburger for like 39 cents or 49 cents and a hamburger for 39 cents at any McDonald's in the Midwest.
Yep.
And it was
Hey,
real
any
meat back
McDonald's.
then. You know, it was real good hamburger mixed with horse.
Mixed with horse.
Hey,
But I mean, it's true though.
Postman, when did they start mixing all that garbage into the meat? Like their early 80s, you want to say?
No, it was earlier than that, Mark. We were getting hamburger in McDonald's meat that was mixed with horse in the late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah,
And you
it's
guys think
true.
I'm kidding? I'm
It's true.
actually not.
It's true.
No,
now
no,
they're
it's
eating,
true. It's true.
but now they're eating the dogs and they're eating the cats.
Well, yeah, because they got more protein in them now. Because the horses are starving because we don't have any place to put them to feed them.
Well, you know what's funny, Crypto Postman? You brought up hamburgers, right? But you know one of the products that actually got better was chicken nuggets. The chicken McNuggets, they had a big scandal on it. They actually had to start putting real chicken into McNuggets.
Well,
My bad.
That's crazy.
I'm sure you guys seen the movie Super Size Me. I mean, that said it all there. You know?
Oh, horrible. Yeah. I mean, a great movie, but horrible. Though.
Documentary, bro. Yeah, man. That guy.
Yo,
they tried
before
to
we
kill him.
listen, before we get too crazy down the fucking fast food world, Mutasco has his hand up and he's probably gonna talk about Burger King. So Mutasco, tell us about Burger King.
GM. I think
I love it. Flip it.
I think Charles was right.
I made a fucking AI agent of Mutasco. He
Listen.
GM to start. That's how you know it's him.
I'm usually just sitting there like, I mean, these spaces are so needy. Like you have to like, so when I hear you say my name, then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be here. But I'm enjoying your talks, guys. I think Charles was right. He jumped on a space 2 days ago and he said these spaces have become like funeral homes, right? You either jump on a space and they're like, my bags are down, the bear market is here. So they've turned into funeral homes, and I agree with him. If it's not a funeral home, it's like, you have Ma talking about burgers and stuff. I'm like, guys, we're trying to fire our bosses, and we're in crypto. Can we talk about crypto? But yeah, just kidding.
You come into the Crypto Breakfast Club, we're actually talking about food.
Change that name, Crypto Breakfast, whatever club. Like, change it to Waffle House. Okay? Change it to Waffle
Yo,
House.
we did that, we'll all just be fighting, bro.
I don't know who was talking earlier, but somebody mentioned something. and guys, as you all know, like that whole 200 moving is it DMA? Yeah, the 200-day moving average for Bitcoin. I don't know. You looking at different data points. Somebody would tell you 58, 61K, 79K, whatever that is. Generally speaking, it's usually like the global indicator for a bear market. Okay, when it falls below that, right, then it's like there are a lot of people that watch this level. So as long as we're above it, everyone thinks that there's a move up that could come. So psychologically, people are still going to be around the market, even though they may be sitting on stables and trying to figure out their ways around. But I don't remember who was I don't know if it was your cop or somebody was talking about it, and I just had to mention that because you look at, so Bitcoin is like the 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 mother of all crypto. So if that goes down, I don't think it'll happen. But if it does, I mean, even if it does, I'm telling you, it's going to be a V shape because nobody in their right senses would try to short the market long term at this particular moment. So keep that at the back of your mind. If you were hanging out here and you're thinking, okay, is crypto dead and all that, try to use Bitcoin as like a measuring tool, and just like if it goes below a certain level, we're in a very heavy risk game, right? Because then it's like, oh my gosh, we're all screwed. But until that happens, we're full on, guys. We're full on. Um, and because of that, I think I was going to make a comment while you guys were talking. If anybody here remembers, the SEC used to have the Securities and Exchange Commission has they actually rebranded this department twice now, and then this is the third time. It used to be the Cybersecurity Unit. I've been delightfully following John Stack Reed. Everybody knows that guy, the guy that took Brad's 60-minute shine by saying crypto is like a fraud scam, blah, blah, blah. They gave him more time than Brad. That same guy has been posting stuff about the fact that the SEC cybersecurity unit has now, it used to be the cybersecurity unit, and then it went to crypto assets and cyber unit. And then what they did was they loaded it up with 50 dedicated positions that were specifically supposed to be like code enforcement. I don't know what they've been able to enforce and achieve so far, but the taxpayer dollar is gone. You can't get a refund back. And so now they're rebranding it to like I think it's called cyber and emerging technology. So it kind of, so again, I'm just highlighting this so people know what is happening underneath the hood. Okay. So if you were like sleeping under a rock or something, you're thinking, oh my gosh, crypto. This is like the most bullish setup that we could ever see. And I'm saying this cautiously because I also know that sometimes it can swing the other way too bad, right? I think you guys were talking about, I'll encourage everybody here who likes to talk about DEI or some program that is a little bit, you know, balanced to help people that don't have the capacity to do extra things. Um, to remember there's complexity in everything. Okay. I stay away from anybody that says, yeah, let's get rid of it. Well, how are you going to get rid of it? Okay, and why? You have to give me some basis. So that's why I'm making a reference to a book called The Tyranny of Merit, right? Because as we all know, talent and abilities or capabilities are not just coming from like, you don't just earn it, right? It comes from background, comes from all kinds of things. So there's several things that usually help people, like anybody in crypto right now. Like, for example, if you have a friend who's never paid attention to crypto, and you've been here, right? Would you say if you made $1 billion or $1 million out of crypto and your buddy didn't, would you say that, well, you earned it, right? Well, you may justify that and say, well, you're better than the person, but could there be other factors? That's the point I'm trying to make. On stable coins, and this will be my last point. On stable coins, I was talking to a friend who is in Latam, and he was telling me about Argentina, right? And one of the things he said, and I could relate with it because I'm also from Ghana, right? I've lived in the United States for about 11 years now. And one of the things that he said, and this is one thing that I think these spaces could transform into, because the reality is when you're on Twitter, crypto Twitter, all we focus on is the asset going up, is Binance CZ's coin going up. What we tend to ignore, and I'm not saying this specifically about this space, but my understanding of utility is different from what somebody might think utility is, right? And so this guy was telling me, which I could relate because in Ghana specifically, these things are happening. So he said in Argentina, you would, when you walk into the bank to take money, there's a limit to how much you can take, right? So it's like, some ridiculous small amount, like $20 or some $100, whatever, some crazy nonsense amount. So the bank literally tells you you can take a specific amount out. Now, interestingly enough, when you look at the data, and I actually had to look at the data, so I pulled up the recent report by Chain Analysis on Latin America, right? You have Argentina, you have Brazil, you have all these other, Venezuela, and all these countries, right? I've actually posted it. I tagged you, Paid. So for anybody who wants to follow what I'm saying, because usually I blab a lot, but I have to put the data in. So if you want to look at it later, you can go look at it. It's very interesting because think of it this way. Imagine the banks in a country deciding to put a cap at how much money you can take from the bank. There may be a reason because they'll say, oh, okay, what are banks' business models for? Oh, people put deposits into the bank. Okay, so if people are so worried about their currency being devalued almost daily, what do you think will happen? They're not even going to be incentivized to put money in the bank. So the bank could say, hey, we don't have enough deposit. That's why we're not letting you take the $1 million that you have in the bank account. And I think what he said that kind of struck me was the idea of people saying, oh, Tether is like the reserve. Some people's main utility is reserve. Well, we need you to prove the reserve. But they ignore the other benefit that Tether provides in other countries. It could be USDC, who cares? But given that in Argentina, you're giving caps on how much money you take out. And interestingly enough, every time that the money the money devalues, the volumes in stablecoins goes up by a crazy amount. Okay. On top of that, because of the restrictions, it actually contributed. And in fact, guys, almost $100 billion in volume in just stablecoin moved in Argentina. And this is just Argentina. In the entire Latam or Latin America region, 400 and something $billion. Let that sink in for a second. Here we are in a country where people are struggling to live and whatever, but look at the volume. Think of it like, what does volume tell you in crypto when people say, well, the project is like at what market cap? What's the volume, right? So volume is important, and volume speaks to a lot of things. That means a lot of people in those regions care about just keeping their $1 at $1. And that is a huge utility, right? And people can build all kinds of products on that. So remember that when you're in these spaces, and when you hear somebody going after Tether or some stable coin and their main focus, they're sitting here privileged to be in America, and they're like, they need to show me the reserve. Okay, who are you? Who are you? Right? And so even though they've shown some reserves, so it's like, okay, the semantics of like, oh no, it needs to be audited by whatever. Well, we all know, right? The AAAs and the global financial crisis. I mean, we had the top of the top grading all these top banks that we call code top banks, but they all blew up. So it's all relative what you think what the quality of audit should be for Tether. And I'm not here defending them. I'm just giving you a different perspective in terms of if I live in a country where my country literally doesn't even have any resources for me, but I'm working hard just to keep my money. Do you think I care who is backing what? If I can move my money at light speed, that will be my major utility. Okay. And so if you're here, you're building, maybe you should look to that region. Because the charts that I showed, if you look at the countries and then you look at the North America, so compare North America to the rest, you can see the adoption rate, right? And a lot of people are underestimating. In fact, sub-Saharan Africa is also huge. And Chain Analysis has done a lot of reporting on this. So why am I saying this? While you may be hanging in your bubble and you're thinking that crypto is bearish and the market is down and this, that, there are other things that are flourishing in other regions, and they're actually making money for other people. Okay. And so for me, there's a lot here for everyone. And to when you try to narrow it down to one thing, which is fine, by the way. But when you narrow it down, don't try to shit on everything else, right? I hear it all the time. Like somebody is just narrowing their interest and saying, well, because of that, everything else should go to zero or everything else is just a scam. Okay. I don't buy that. And so I'm just reminding people, and I've posted some information there. If you want, you can go look at it. And Ma, what you were saying earlier about real world asset, I actually posted some data on that as well. You don't need to have a PhD, Ma. You don't need to have a technical, none of it. You just need to look at the numbers, okay? Just for what they are. Look at the numbers and see how much of it, even if not all of it, even just 5, 10, 50% comes into the market. I mean, just look at the numbers that I tagged you on. The total amount, 700 trillion, if half of that and just 1% goes into Bitcoin, how much is that going to move Bitcoin? So if we're here, and I actually align with your range in terms of like this cycle may end at like 6 to 7 trillion, it's likely, right? Above that, I don't know because I won't be sitting in this market. Okay. I'll be out at that point. Okay. Now, if it goes to 10, 20 trillion, good. That means it's a surprise, but I'm not expecting like 15, 18 trillion. Okay. My target is 6 to 7. And because it's 6 to 7, when we're getting closer to that, you need to start getting any money that you want to use to take care of your family and keep a bag for DCA and again for the next cycle. That would be a good strategy. Okay, and this is not financial advice, by the way, because I'm not ready to hear anybody cry. No, you said it's 6, 7 trillion. Now we're sitting at 25 trillion, and I DCA'd out. Okay, no, it's not my problem. Keep your money. If it goes to 50 trillion, good for you. Okay, so look at the data. There's a lot of money that will come, but it's going to take time. But before we get there, we might hit that 7 trillion. But think about it. If Bitcoin can go up to 3 trillion from now, which I think it's likely because if it's at 2 trillion, if there's 1x within Bitcoin, I can believe that. Because I've looked at like what they call the power law and the exponential decay that has done estimation from 2011, and the data looks really consistent. It's not a large data point, but and this guy is called Giovanni. He's the power law guy, and the guy that is doing the exponential decay, he's actually a Wall Street guy, but then he started studying Bitcoin, and I've been following him for a while, just studying his data, looking at the stuff. And his top of Bitcoin, and guys, I'm saying this because I've looked at his data from 2011. He has like data from 2011 that shows some consistency. And his exponential decay, just look up the word exponential decay and you understand his rationale behind the target. So if we go blow past that, that's good. But you have to have this information so you can frame your mind outside of the noise and the exotic hyper whatever that people like to sell you. Like, yeah, we're going up and up and up and up. Well, if you don't have any information that guides you, you're gonna just have that peer pressure to let your money just drain out. So Ma, you're right. But the data shows that there's gonna be a lot more money coming into this market. And I'm ready for it.
Yo, Mutasco, that's some great information, brother. That's some great, and you end it like right on time because Zach texted me and said Shelby's yelling at him because he has to take her to Wendy's for Valentine's Day, and if he doesn't get off the space exactly at 11:30, he's in the doghouse. And I'll tell you one thing: no one wants to be in the doghouse on Valentine's Day. I'm gonna give it over to Matt real quick because Matt had his hand up. We're probably gonna close out the space right after.
Right. Yeah. Yesterday, remember, right before all the CZ dog broccoli hype, right before 10 o'clock, I just made a quick mention, and remember, not financial advice, but there was a coin out there somewhere between a shit coin and a meme coin called Just Cuz, and it's the community that started it. This old lady named Barb Miller did a book signing at a school. Nobody showed up, and she writes kids books. And it's kind of like I said, you know what? We all heard of Matt Fury. You know, who knows? I'm just going to front run it. Maybe it's the next thing. I don't know. But yesterday when I called it here, it was at $1 million market cap. It just hit 1.5 million a few minutes ago. If you got into it, you're welcome, but not financial advice. Oh, and paid just for you. I also got into another shitcoin. This is a shitcoin called Tinfoil Hat Community. The market cap is currently at a 100K. And they're all about like conspiracies, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, aliens, Rockefellers, Rothschilds, all that shit. So vampires, you know, the whole 9 yards. And I'm like, you know what? I'm doing this for paid.
Matt, I have a problem. I have a problem.
Matt, I got into one better than that. It's called Ryoshi Rugged Me.
Why are you all calling these things shit? Matt, do you call your job that feeds you shit job?
Yes.
Come on.
No, if it's a rug pull, I refer to it
Yes,
as a
complete shit job. Everything is shit when they're printing money. We're working for nothing. It's all shit. It's all shit.
I agree with it. It's all shit. That's the end of the space, guys. I'm ending it. I can't press the button, Zach can, but
I will.
I'm looking at apartments in Morocco right now, and I don't have time for this anymore right this second. It's Friday. It's
Bring
Valentine's
Shelby
Day.
up. Bring Shelby up to shut the room. Bring her up.
I don't know if she'll come up.
Ryoshi Rugby has joined the stage 2 minutes before we're closing. So there's that.
He's probably gonna freaking rug the space. That's crazy. What's going on, Ryoshi Rugged Me?
I came to rug the space.
Oh, all right. Well, there's that.